Confess, I am a Celtics fan, but this is a very interesting question that I have about the Celtics. There's been a big conversation that, look, the Celtics have had a very good season. You mentioned Brad Stevens, the job he's done after losing Kyrie and replacing him with Kemba, but also losing Al Horford. The one weakness people look at with the Celtics is their size, their rebounding. Daniel Tice had a good year, and the Cancers had a good year, but those guys are very limited in terms of what they can give you on the glass. They've mentioned Steven Adams as a possible target, Andre Drummond as a possible target, but the thing that Celtics fans have grasped with is if you get those types of guys, you're going to have to trade a Gordon Hayward or a Marcus Smart. My question to you is, what should the Celtics value in terms of the interior post defense to guard a guy like Giannis Embiid in the playoffs in the rebounding, or Brad Stevens is a guy that likes to run in the high screen and roll. He likes ball movement. Guys like Smart and Hayward, especially in the second unit, kind of quarterback his offense. What would you value if you were the Celtics?
It's funny because in today's NBA, I don't know if, let's say rebounding, for instance, is that important anymore. I feel like with the three-point shot and the way they run pick and rolls, it's like you can kind of mitigate issues with being out rebounded. So that might not be the biggest issue. And I like Tice. He's a very solid player. He plays on both ends, like what they need him to do. And Cantor off the bench is another, guy who's shown that he could play on a playoff team and help. So that is the question. Do they really need to shore that up? Here's the thing. If they could get Steven Adams, if anybody can get Steven Adams, you better get him at any cost, because he really is a terrific player on both ends too. And that he would really help any team that he goes to, which is why I think that OKC would be foolish to get rid of him. That wouldn't make any sense to me on that end. So, the next question is, okay, they're going to make a move. They got to give somebody up. Here's my hot take. My hot take is they should trade Tatum.
Wow. Whoa. Okay. We've not heard anybody make that case. So I'm curious why you think that.
I keep watching him. I keep watching Jaylen Brown. I like Jaylen Brown more. And I'm sorry to the friends out there who I have who, are involved with all these things, and him and Tatum specifically. But I just feel like there's something about Tatum at this point is I just don't know I think maybe he's hit his ceiling. And I feel like Jaylen Brown, I think, has a lot more. And I feel like by playing them and they're kind of balancing all this stuff together, they're not quite finding a great equilibrium. They're doing well, and the numbers are good, and their winning percentage is good. But it's definitely leaving me hollow. So when I think of that, oftentimes I feel like, okay, well, let's, what would be expendable here, and what can you get the most bang for your buck? So to me, I think that might end up being a net plus for them if they did switch the lineups, let Hayward have more usage, let Brown have a lot more usage. Now you could flip that and say, well, trade Brown then and let Tatum get more usage. That also could be the other side of the coin I'm talking about, but I don't know. If I had to pick, I feel like right now, and it's just sort of more of a gut coach feeling, which is not based on a lot of analytics. I'm sure the analytics people could show me maybe that Tatum is more effective on the court, but I just keep watching it. I see finishing at the rim. I see the ability to handle and get to the basket. And Brown to me seems better.
That's interesting. Considering if you trade Tatum, you can get Karl-Anthony Towns, for example.
Yeah.
They could really get a huge package for Jayson Tatum and get another superstar big man if they tried.
I do think
let me throw Drummond under the bus. Anybody who gets Drummond, I think, is going to be sorely disappointed.